Hey, what's up everybody? This is Vince Anthony with Anthony Automation down here in Visalia, California. And this is going to be the first video of my hopefully long video series of PLCs and how to program them. And just going to go into a little bit of the history of PLCs and how they came to be. Yeah, so let's do it. The PLC. So this is a modern PLC. This is what they look like now. But man, PLCs are pretty new. They haven't been around that long, maybe 30 years or so. And what they were for was to replace relay logic. If anyone's interested, the relay, I just read it. It's not like I knew this before, but I thought it was pretty interesting. I would add this in here. That the relay was invented in the 1840s, and this is one from a telegraph machine. So the relays have been around for a while. So when I first started, this is what a panel looked like. When you went into, like I said in my, I don't know if you call it my LinkedIn video, but when I got out of the Navy, first thing I did was I went and worked as an electrician in an old aluminum extrusion plant in New Jersey called Aluminum Shapes in Pensacola, New Jersey. And the place was old, and they had old controls. And this is what a lot of their panels look like. So whenever you had to troubleshoot something, it was literally hardware relay logic. Basically a whole series of relays, not unlike that right there. And you were just replacing the ladder logic. If you look, ladder logic used to look like that. So if you looked at a schematic drawing, that's what you'd be looking at. And notice, I mean, it doesn't look unlike PLC code. And that's why PLCs were invented, to get away from having to use a million relays. And you literally, instead of wiring all this stuff up, you could just rewire it with code. Delete it, add it, put a branch here, put a contact there, put a coil here, put a condition anywhere you want really quickly, and be able to troubleshoot it in real time. So when you're looking at a live PLC program, you're looking at real time, live, a real-time live schematic, basically. So, and it makes it really easy to troubleshoot. Whereas before, you would have to look at the relays or the schematic here, and then you'd have a meter, and you would basically troubleshoot by going to each and every contact in a planned way to figure out what it is that wasn't working. And so the PLC got rid of that. When I first started, a PLC processor looked like that. That's an old PLC-2. Like I said, I know some of the older guys remember this guy. And to have to program one of these, it was in like a DOS format. It was in a DOS format like that, if you had to program one. And I remember having to print out, and this was on that old like DMV paper, print out the code, and you'd have to follow it. Notice there's no kind of description or name or anything. It was just an address number, a register address, and you had to troubleshoot things that way, and it was fun. And you had a special terminal for it and everything, a little black and white terminal, looked like the nuclear football. People would bring it out when there was a problem, and all the engineers would get in there and troubleshoot it, and it was pretty interesting. So we've gone from PLC racks looking like this. Like I said, this is what they looked like when I was first starting, to the modern PLC looking like this. Alright, so that's the brief history of PLCs. I didn't want to go too blowhardish and cover too much detail. Just want people to understand what a PLC is, where it came from, and what it does. I'm going to come out with a whole bunch more videos, so check them out. Thanks. Bye.